Yeah. What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new episode of, or not a new episode. Welcome to another Terp Talk Tuesday with my CannaDave. I'm CannaDave.
I'm Groovee.
That's my laptop. We're coming in hot today. A
My
little bit
my
behind,
headphones are
but
fucked up and they broke. So
we had a recording
90 seconds.
go a little bit over. A little sneak peek. We can talk about it. We had a recording with Alberta Bud
out of
Canada, and talking about their grow out there. And actually, we got a virtual tour of their grow, which was pretty cool. Shout out to Tim and the team over there. So that'll be coming out probably sometime in August. So apologies, but we are here.
Give me a second to get everything ready.
Tonight we are talking about cannabis innovation and automation within the industry. And I think the reason why we're bringing this up is because of our recent couple days from CannaCon and reflecting on that and the other couple events that we've gone to. So
yeah, because we've seen a lot of it over the years change and evolve. So I just kind of wanted to bring some attention to it all, you know?
Correct. But before we get into all that, let us know what you're dabbing on, smoking on, how you're consuming cannabis today. We are finishing up a joint of some Galactic Runts, and we are dabbing. We have Triangle Mints, but what was that stuff that we dabbed earlier, Jeremy?
Well, we got that. So when we were at CannaCon, I'm hoping we get this interview. So I'm not gonna say who it's from, but someone essentially who gave us some rosin is known to be a really good producer of rosin, right? Where is he from? Colorado.
Denver area.
Colorado. So hopefully we can get him on the podcast. I'm not going to say his name until he's on the podcast because that'll make it easier for me, my stress level. Because sometimes I feel like it jinx things. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, we've had people and we've had stuff scheduled and
it happens.
It just doesn't pan out, and it is what it is, you know.
Yeah. What's up, Nick? How's it going? So everyone's smoking on, dabbing on. That's what we always like to start with.
But it was good. Here.
Oh yeah. What are you smoking on, man?
The Galactic Runs.
Nice.
Yes. Hey, what up, Drew? My CannaCast is the future. Appreciate that.
That's funny. I appreciate it. Plot twist. We're just talking about ourselves for an hour. No, I'm kidding. I could not talk about myself for an hour. Yeah, maybe.
No.
I'm annoying enough, I think, maybe. No, first off, always let us know what you're smoking on, what you're dabbing on, where you just... But anyways, this rosin, I can't remember the strain, but we got this... this guy gave us some rosin. It was literally... It's been there for 9 months. It's not this much. It's literally just a couple dabs. This is the only container we had. But it was like white and fluffy, and it's like kind of got a solid texture, still very terpy, and it was produced 9 months ago. So hoping we can get him on. CannaCon, we saw a lot about kind of... you get to see what's kind of behind the scenes and where the future is going sometimes with these... Hold on.
Bless you.
Sorry, I had to sneeze. I felt it coming. I was like,
Sneeze.
Yeah, everyone knows how that goes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Look at the light. No.
I sneeze all over my stuff. Like,
no, because that would be
like, all right, everyone listening, just wipe
that
off
spray
your
would be
face.
coming in right at me, man. No.
CannaDave just freeze. No. But it's not even like it's. So but over the years of doing this now and getting the press passes for CannaCon and going out to Vegas, now it's like I think we're seeing a trend, right? Mm-hmm. We're seeing the trend in what is growing in the industry, and I mean, we're talking just kind of some of our favorite takeaways just from the stuff we saw, and some of the things I think I feel and you feel, right? So and then we love to hear what everyone else sees and thinks, and if you were at CannaCon or any of these, what do you think the future of cannabis, We're going to miss a bunch, I'm sure, because there's tons of innovation going on in the cannabis industry, because I feel like it's still kind of really early, in cannabis. So, generally, it's not even really legal yet.
Yeah, within industry terms, yeah. And I think the other reason why I brought it up, too, is because we're talking about automation and everything. Don't you think, with all the automation we're seeing from, you can pretty much pack a pre-rolls and you program it, how many you want, how much you want in it, weight, you just grind it up, put the weed in it, one person controls it instead of having multiple people doing it. You're saving man hours and time, it's automation definitely is here in the cannabis industry because there's a lot of man hours on all that too.
And I get it, right? I'm not saying I don't get it. Automation is good for industry's growth because there's you literally small companies can't afford to pay people insurance benefits and do all these things over years. But sometimes if they can get a loan, they can buy a machine that can help them get to that point where they can hire more staff. And, and then you find that mix between, people and then machines.
I think you're going to have to pick your spots where you do it all the time. Like, for me personally, I think unless there's a great machine out there for trimming your bud, I think hand trim bud's like phenomenal.
Over like the tumblers?
Yeah, over something like that.
I mean, tumblers, but I don't think, like, to me...
I feel like you're just knocking so many
changing over
You're knocking so many trichomes off as it's just going and going and going. But, I've never, used one multiple times and could tell the difference. But I think the quality on hand bud is just usually, because you have the artist is trimming it and it's amazing. So maybe you pick your spots where you go with automation,
Well, the thing is, I feel like automation has changed over the years, and that's why I just changed it. Sorry if it didn't change below. But because, like, isn't that the thing? Isn't automation always... Don't innovation and automation kind of go hand in hand, like, with any industry, like, as you make things more efficient? And I don't necessarily mean automation in only the sense of mechanical machines. I mean, sometimes you just make process better, right? Sometimes it's process. I mean, because, like, to me, big thing I saw... that I think is huge and what I think is going to evolve the industry is biodegradable packaging. I mean, I know it's like something people always talk about, but I feel like that's huge and innovative to like the pre-roll industry and I mean all packaging in general, because if it can decay over time, like isn't that, oh my God, that's like so much more sustainable as a
especially
world.
with like all the waste with just pre-roll containers in general.
Cheers, Tito.
There was what was it, Humidico or something like that. That was the name of the brand. We couldn't catch an interview with the lady. She didn't want to. Understandable, but hopefully we can get their brand on, because what was it, within 12 to 16 months, if it's in soil that has like microbes in it, the product will decompose fully. And Groovee, you have the jar actually, I think, right next to you. If you want to pull that jar up.
Oh, this one? Yeah. Oh my God, you're right. This is what we use to hold the rosin in.
Like that literally, the whole thing decomposes, and it's got a child-resistant lock on it too. So that's pretty neat to see, because there is a lot of waste within the industry. And I think that's one thing that the industry would eventually like to be able to get rid of, is the waste. That'd be kind of cool. But I mean, is it still going to have the same terps as other containers and stuff? Like you're showcasing your product, on the other side. If like if it loses terps or something quicker or something, you're probably not going to go or something with that, because then your product, right. I don't know. Just what if?
Yeah. I mean,
there's always those what ifs. But I think for pre-rolls though, I'm all about it.
So I mean, I just want to point this out, but like when we talked about it in Vegas, and go check our interviews from MJ BizCon, we saw biodegradable in the first time, and like I was like, we need to interview this person. Right? I think there was 2 booths, they were more focused on bags, right, and decaying, and that was really sweet. Loved it, very cool. But this is what I think is like the future. Is not now that it's a hard packaging, like. Now it's going to be something that you can have different types of things. It's crazy to me because it doesn't even feel like it would be biodegradable. So,
no, it really doesn't. And that, if you imagine just walking around and because you see it, when we were down out when we've traveled, you always see anyone when you're in like a city, you see so many pre-roll containers. Like I've seen them so many places on the street, especially in Vegas. And like at least that stuff would decompose and not just be wasted. And like not go anywhere, you know what I'm saying? Not decompose at all. So like that would be pretty cool if that happened. If we saw more of that approach. And I think the one you're talking about, Groovee, it was like plastic pouches. It was like kangaroo pouch or something. Not kangaroo pouch.
I mean, I get it. That's good, Ace and stuff. But to me, I don't even know if Ace or like these type of containers are really the super wasteful ones, because people would reuse these. People will like keep them at home and use them for other things or use them for weed again, right? But like the pre-roll ones, people are consistently just throwing them out, because how many can you really keep? You can only keep like 5. After that, you're like, okay, this is silly.
Well, eventually the single-use ones you don't even want. You want those you can stick like 2 or 3 or 4 in, right? Come on, like who just wants to keep it for one pre-roll? Not me. I mean, damn.
Right. What's up, Adam? What's up, John?
But yeah, let's go through some of the comments right now. Rich is smoking on some Trop Trail rosin from Blue Water Cannabis. That sounds delicious. If you're still here, Rich, Does it got like some citrus notes to it or some tropical? I'm assuming on the taste. What up, T-Dub?
What's up, Tristan?
Hey, what up, dude? Thanks for dropping in. Nick's got this strain called Science number 1, pronounced like science. Okay, I didn't read that first. 24% THC. Some Girl Scout cookie shatter.
What's up, Adam?
What up, Adam? Thanks for everyone dropping in. Appreciate you guys all tuning in with us on this Tuesday night, man. What up, Brandon?
Yeah, honestly, but I just think it's so key right now in being unique. Because, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you, going to CannaCon after 2 years, and some of the things that are, like, kind of repetitive, it was almost like, you know, I almost want to say we walked past some of these booths. Because there wasn't anything, like, new, right? Where some of it was unique. I mean, I hate to say it, but I really liked that HVAC system that was going in between vents and stuff that wasn't metal-based, because I was like, well, that's pretty unique, right? Deals with, so like there's so many innovations in the cannabis industry, and I just think that it's good for process. You know, it's just like just crazy to see how much. You know,
well, there is. We saw from packaging
Red Pop Ron's nice
from packaging pre-rolls and automation. Remember those giant machines that were just like packaged everything from the whole process. Literally just bagged it up, boom, boom. In Vegas, it's that huge machine. Yeah. Like you literally just pretty much press the button and it sorted through everything. Well, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Like, cause that's just how much man time does that honestly save? I mean, packaging eighths of pounds, it's gonna take a while, you know.
Yeah.
Weigh it, bag it, heat seal if it's in a package, or if it's not, put it in the box, put in the container, and let it go. Right, then you're just going.
Right. Right. No, that's true.
And you probably have a team, you know, or if you're smaller, you're probably personally doing it as well too. So I think in time, some of this will help. I mean, growing cannabis, I mean, it's a lot of work, dude. You know, it's not like it's...
That's what I'm saying. It's good, right? It's a very good thing. Automation is very good, but, like, does it ever bleed into being kind of a bad thing at a certain degree?
Well, like, job-wise, I mean, you're replace, like, jobs in the industry. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Right, don't you think? I mean...
Like, don't you think good automation could hurt, like... jobs in the cannabis industry? I mean, eventually, but like, see, that's what you were just saying though, but that's my problem. Like, it is good for business. It is good for someone like you. Now I can have a larger grow operation because of automation, right? How are you going to hand feed like a million, you know, how are you going to hand feed?
How are you going to hand feed 500 plants? No, you got to have like drip feed. You got to have assist automation.
Sorry,
no, I got you, man. I'm just jumping on that. No. And like, you gotta have help. You got to start going to technology and these avenues because it is going to help because it is a lot of work and it starts with the grow. Like there is no product without growing the bud. Like there is no retail shop without having bud grown to put in the store. Like if I love when you pull those up. They crack me up every time.
I don't do it too much, but every once in a while when you just say something, I'm just like, preach, bro. Like, you know. So, but yeah, go ahead.
No, I know.
No, it's just like, I just think it's kind of interesting how innovation is a very good thing, but then sometimes it can be a very scary thing, depending on a large scale, right? Because then it's like, does it, you know, are we going to hurt jobs eventually? You know, I don't know. But I definitely find it interesting, right? Yeah, so,
I do too.
You know, but I think that it is a key to where we're at right now. So that's why we're seeing so much with different machines. Like, how many different pre-roll containers did we see? I mean, this year, we saw infused pre-roll machines a lot. They focused on infused. But that makes sense because last year, I mean, it was like, yeah, you know, you got these companies that everything you just walked by, it was like, you know, because it was all these pre-rolls, pretty much just like weed in a thingy, shakes it into a doob tube. Got it.
Shakes it right into a doob.
Right? Which I mean, that probably can't be good for like the bud when you're losing like, you know, trichomes and, you know, agitation to the flower. I don't know, right?
I think the infused is kind of cool because I think people are starting to see that there's a market that people are buying the product. I mean, you're seeing infused brands, I think, jumping from state to state quicker than other brands because they can bring their idea. Like, think about Packwoods. You have the Jeters coming here, both of them out-of-state brands. Come market because you just need a cultivator to grow and have someone process your wax for you. You technically, and then you just are making your pre-rolls, right? At that point, you're just infusing it with your team or your process that you started with. Because Packwoods has their own strategy. Jeter uses their liquid diamonds or whatever.
It wax. Listen, there's tons of infused products out there, but it is kind of like I mean, it's really big to infuse. I didn't even add it as a lower third, but that's huge in innovation right now because that's like sticking you out. It's keeping you out because I hate to say for the longest time it's been flour or concentrate. Paper and plastic. Like you're either coming and you're either looking for like a lot of times, but now it's like evolved into edibles. We have a lot of people that are heavy edible people, and I feel like I'm seeing a lot. I mean, now look at vapes. Vapes have just went over the past year,
dude.
Maybe 2, but still insane.
They're to continue going up. Actually, I saw there was a bad report on vapes from the blacklist. I forgot what it was, but I'll say take a dab with me. Let's all take a dab. Let's take a dab with your triangle mints.
I'm sure you were. Sure you were, my friend.
I know, I forgot.
Hell yeah, Brandon. Great to hear.
Yeah. It's dope.
We'll read that after, otherwise I'll be like, we're ending early. I'm excited too.
See ya.
Gotta go.
Time to dab. Dab sesh.
Yeah, dab. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, let's take a second pause here. But I just think there's a lot to innovation automation right now with cannabis where you're at in that early growth stage because it's key to the industry.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if it evolves too fast, then it's gonna become is it gonna become all machines, or will it circle back and then now people are gonna be like, it's all homegrown, it's all hand loved, and then that's what really gives you that value. That. Now your shit doesn't, not shaking trichomes. It's not as dry, like all that, But some of these machines, man, were impressive. Some of the machines were working together now. They just kept dumping into one, and you could process everything. It was like all-in-one machines now, pretty much, is the thing.
I don't see all companies going to automation, man. There's still going to be the love and care at the plant, and that just starts from the grower aspect. And let's dab it up.
Yeah, let's
cheers, sir.
Oh, you go for it. Go ahead. I'm going. I'm just going to... You just hit it. I gotta...
You got to catch up.
Here we go. Bam. All right. Cheers, everybody.
So, I don't know. I mean, because, like, as a grower, you're still going to want to touch and look at the plants as much as possible. And I still think that with the smaller plant count licenses compared to the bigger grows, even if you do have a little bit of automation, you're still going to be able to care to all those plants more. When you have so many, I mean, there's only so much you can do. So, like, you eventually do need automation, right?
Oh.
Or you're going to have a lot of people working.
Well, it's just, honestly, like, are you going to really hurt yourself and give yourself arthritis trimming yourself where you can hire a whole team so you spread it, right? No. Obviously, that was one of the first things of automation. You hired teams to do things for you, right? That was a huge thing. Still huge in the industry. Now, it's machines. And I guess it's always been machines, but I just mean with the higher growth and concentrations and processing, you need machines now, to do these crazy things we're coming up with.
It's not bad. The triangle mints. I wish I'd have brought some of that rosin in I had, man. That stuff was that's good. I think I'm gonna do that next. I love but it's tasty. Got that mince taste a little bit to it. True North triangle mints. I think that's what it was. So.
Well, yeah. You want to give a shout out real quick?
Yeah.
You want to do that?
Yeah. All right.
Appreciate y'all tuning in, by the way. Always let us know what you're dabbing on, smoking on, anything you prefer, or any brands you digging, you don't dig. Always let us know. We appreciate it. Love kind of. And any questions, always ask. We're always chilling and willing to chit chat.
Appreciate it. Shout out to DNK Growers. Do you prefer quality over quantity at an affordable price? Do you like craft cannabis? Well, check out DNK Growers out of Lansing, Michigan, or visit them at www.dnkgrowers.com. If you're out in Burton this Thursday, you can visit. They're there from 4 to 7, I believe, vendor day. So you can meet some of the team out there, meet some of the DNK's team.
Sour Animal.
See the strains they got, see what they have coming out. Like Groovee said, Sour Animal. They got a couple other ones out as well as Lemon Cherry Gelato, and I am blanking on the other one, Ice Cream Social.
Yeah, man. Love that. So, small
batch cannabis.
Business cannabis, man.
Yeah, they're great. All prices are very affordable at $25 an eighth, and that's at all dispos. You can't beat that for quality
listen to the
product
episode.
on the
They're
market.
very firm on that. That's a personal belief of theirs. That's not implied by the dispos. I mean, they try their hardest.
Yeah. So shout out to DNK Growers, and
appreciate y'all.
Appreciate it. But automation and innovation.
It's just there's so much growth in this industry, and you see all the time with the re-terms and the new things like this, that. I just thought it was worth bringing up because it was crazy to see how much at CannaCon, MJ BizCon over the years, how much it's even changed just in the little time.
Yeah,
I mean, you didn't even see the same amount of machines. It was different already. Like, there were so many more insurance companies this year. I mean, there's a couple. I think there's a couple.
Saw a bank. Not
a bank.
Union.
Well,
Credit
I mean,
union.
what?
Right.
What?
What? I don't know.
Maybe we should have talked to him. Like, no, we don't do cannabis, but when we did federal passes, we're ready. Like, yeah, us too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe next time. I mean, no, there was a lot. We ran into many people that we weren't even expecting. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Dabbing on some sunny day. Hey, we tried this.
Mm-hmm.
That was in the bag, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was the stuff I liked. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, dude. That's pretty good too. Though I like that stuff like cloud cover. I was actually rehearsed on that.
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. I liked cloud cover when I first found high profile. Like when I lived with you.
Yeah, it was
like
at
5
8 Mile
years ago.
Gross back when they came.
4 years ago.
And then once COVID hit, they shut that place down.
Right. And then for somewhere down the road, and don't quote me, and please don't yell at me if you're out there, cloud cover. But I swear I started getting some CR seed stuff, and I didn't like it, so I stayed away because it just had that like chat white look to it.
Yeah, I remember.
Short and.
Well, they used to have some like chatter and
that's just how my memory
works.
works. So maybe I was missing, but I'm pretty sure. And then when I tried it again, I was like, "Whoa, this is pretty good." And it was flavorful. It was amber again. So I was like, maybe they changed process or changed people who was processing or changed process. Right? I don't know. I'm not. So that's why you always got to keep an eye on these companies. Morality's one thing. You don't like their morals, fine. But I will always try another one of their products.
Yeah, it was good.
If I'm like, it was just one bad joint. Like, I can't really blame one pre-roll and blame a whole company. You can't buy like an $8 pre-roll and be like, yeah, that company sucked. Like, I think
that happens though.
I mean, I guess you.
Company's trash.
You're kind of being a little judgy.
Yeah, TW even said a lot of their product used look like CRC.
See,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes, we did stay away from
UK cheese, Adam. Yes. That was remember, that's where I had cheese for the first time and loved it, was high profile. They had UK cheese in the dabbable forms, and it was cloud covers when they had that.
I remember.
Yep. That's what I remember because I bought so much of that wax, and I just loved
that,
it.
and then was it the Frozen Wookiee? Or the Wookiee 91 or something like that?
I think the Wookiee 91 was the flour, and the Frozen Wookiee is like I think they mixed them together. Remember, that was the first time I was hearing taking flour and mixing them together and processing it.
Yeah, that was right.
I think they were just taking their bottom nug and shake. Yeah. But it was good at the time, from my knowledge. Dabs, I enjoyed it, so.
It was.
I like most UK cheese, T-Dub. Not going to lie to you.
Groovee enjoys the cheese and Piss Genetics, lineage strains. Those are his go-tos. If you could get any of those, I think you would like them. We were just talking about different cheeses the other day. Not cheeses, Piss Genetics. About crossing, what was it? The cheese I just got with it, we got to find a GMO.
Nice. I mean, that's what I would, that's me. Cheese, piss, and GMO. It's my favorite. I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
Oh, man.
Well, no, again, okay. Well, we talked about that. We talked about biodegradable packaging. What am I thinking? What else should we talk about?
Talking about
like
the
innovation, and what else was innovative? I feel like we had more topics, and now we took a few dabs, so I'm blanking.
Well, I mean, if anything, who's it called? Briefly, I mean, you can check out the episode. Primitive, what was it? Calvin, they were talking about their nanotechnology stuff. That's going to be.
Oh yeah. They brought it up right too. That's right. Good call.
That stuff for consumption, like fast acting.
Well, isn't that sort of like what Ripple's doing?
You might be right.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you don't know what Ripple sticks are, I haven't actually tried them because, I mean, this whole idea doesn't really attract me in the whole, here's 100 milligrams of THC really quickly, immediately. But, I mean, it's kind of a cool idea because it almost gives you the whenever you need to just take a little bit of edible, you can add it to whatever. And I like that. I just haven't really exposed myself to it. So maybe I will fall into it. I don't know. It's a very cool idea. I love the idea that you're just like, here, now it's on my hot dog. Now I'm stoned. No, it's in my weed or my drink. But it's also like,
now I'm high as
you
hell.
think long term people are gonna like that product? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's too different to me. I like the experience of dabbing and rolling up a joint with my friends and smoking. Like, it's an experience, right?
Mm-hmm. I think it's just how you're getting introduced to cannabis. You know, I think it's gonna be. You're saying vapes are taking off. I think vapes and edibles more and more will continue to take off with as the industry grows. You know, because more and more people are gonna be coming into it and be trying the product. A lot of younger people do consume the vapes, and you see that over the flower.
Well, I think maybe the Ripple just isn't attractive to me, you know, as
right,
where I'm at in my consumption, you know.
Correct. I think me.
Oh, see, okay, Brandon. He said we sell Ripple at Emerald Fire CC, affordable and nice. I recommend to the elderly, to be honest. There you go. Because to be honest, you can small dose, you can add it to whatever's comfortable to you. And honestly, to me, if you're diabetic, if you're gluten-free, these type of like things will keep you away from being able to get all these. Every edible is a sugar. Like, what, 80% of them are sugars nowadays? Okay, I'm exaggerating on every, but 80% of them are sugars?
Hopefully not, but yeah, it's pretty high. It is. No, both are. That needs to change. I wish there was more other edibles instead of cookies, brownies, and gummies. Ideally, I don't know. That's what you want.
Hard to say.
If I go ice cream,
it's like Jonna said she didn't like them. Nick, they do make inhalers. But we only got to try the CB. Did we even try them? We did an interview with Breeze.
Yeah.
At CannaCon last year.
Nope, MJ Biz.
Sure. Never actually got to try their product because they're not here in Michigan, I don't believe yet.
Breeze Inhaler, they were called.
It's BREZ. It's not the same one as Breeze. Actually, like, not the vapes that we have here.
The YouTube. It's on the YouTube channel.
Oh, MKX just dropped X Nuts, which I don't know what that means. Is that edible nuts? Which is
like sweet. Almonds, roasted.
And nuts. X Nuts. Extreme. Nuts. Sorry. I know sure, MKX must stand for something, but I always think like MK Extreme. Like, I just want to know what they stand for. We should have them on because they're gonna be like,
for some reason I want to say Midnight
extreme.
Express.
It's not extreme.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It probably does. That makes sense. Oh yeah, because that's what they used to. Yeah, that makes sense. Rebranding.
Nuts and nuts. Oh, actual nuts.
See,
I'll take some cashews.
Unique products. I mean, granted, like nuts is a specific user. The person who wants nuts. And nut users, like nut eaters.
I mean, give me some Nutella, medicated Nutella. That'd be dope.
I mean, but like
Motor
that's
City,
in it. Like, but see, look, they're
pretzels.
being different, but they're not sugars.
Yeah, no, I like it.
Like,
that's
now
cool.
I can get something that for me, like, I like salty snacks. Like, I eat edibles very far in between because they're all really sugars. And don't get me wrong, it's not that I don't eat sugars. Like, I drink pop and I really try not to. But like,
I consume it elsewhere.
I don't just crave like candy and want to eat candy every time I eat edibles. So I like that. I mean, I like the idea of a Ripple stick, but I just also feel like it's gonna have pushback just because like it may not work in every situation, or now, hey, I don't feel it. In this situation where sometimes when it's a specific dose and like, here it is, we know this is the dose. I don't know, and I don't know. Maybe it works. I don't know. Shit, I don't know. I gotta try it. Let's try it. We gotta get them.
All right,
I've seen them. I did see them at the dispo on my way home. The new one that just opened up. So maybe I'll just swing and pick them up.
Okay.
Because I'm so curious now.
At that new one right down the road?
Well, because that's innovative, man. Being able to add it to whatever's comfortable and like peanuts and all these things. I truly think that they'll separate your brand. Just thinking outside the box a little bit. And yeah, sure, maybe it's an experiment. You might lose, and that's the unfortunate thing. I think that's why we don't see a lot of innovation, because it's like, well, it doesn't work out.
Because those machines aren't cheap either.
I'm sure. I understand. I mean,
it's like, whoa.
Well, I mean, I think it's almost like, what other products can we make with the machines that we have to make these products? The ones we already make, right? Or whatever. The ones we have.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Because I think it is. I think innovation is key.
I think, yeah, it happens in every industry, right? You do see innovation, you see automation happening in every industry. So obviously, it's going to hit the cannabis industry in some parts, maybe not everywhere. And I think the parts earlier, like I was saying, I think there should be certain sections that you like and certain sections that you might want to use automation and go from there.
Yeah, but and it's just so funny because, like, it's fun. Like, those machines probably cost hundreds of thousands of dollars that we were staring at. Like, hundreds of thousands. So it's like people like you're not buying one.
You think?
Well, I guess my brain goes back to, like, the one that did all-in-one solventless, like the concentrate machines. But, okay, so it depends on what machine we're each talking about.
Solvents machine. You're thinking that mock.
Yeah, big one.
Yeah, solvents.
Oh, whatever. Either way, big machine. $100,000. I don't know. What do you think, man?
Big machine. I guess, right? Maybe. I don't know.
Dude, it was.
We
had to walk over here, and then we had to, like, walk over there to finish the machine, and it was like we were looking up the whole time.
You could get a whole You could get a whole girl that could do 240 plants for $100,000 basic, and then you could upgrade.
But, like,
to
how good
price.
is that trailer? Like that. I get it. Yeah, exactly. Like, this is. The one-stop shops, like, I want to hear more about them. I want to hear what you can fit.
I mean, that's like
this.
That's like, hold on.
Space
That's like
in some of their grows.
That's like the fucking this.
We lost him, guys. Fam.
Oh god.
Oh god. What? What's
like
going on there, bud?
Oh my god, it's like the closet on steroids. Jesus Christ, it's like the closet on steroids. Remember when I got that super closet? Automation, everything. That's how you set it up, and it's just like go. That's like automation on steroids because it was literally just plug and grow. Everything's in there, and you just go. Oh
yeah,
my god,
whoa,
sorry,
wow,
Jesus.
that was hilarious. No, I was enjoying.
That happens when I get really blown.
That was hilarious. Yeah, no, doing too many dabs, Dave. Welcome to the dab side.
Oh shit.
But.
Damn, sorry.
Yeah, no. Giggles. I mean, those are my big takeaways. If anyone else has any questions, I'm trying to think what else there was that was, like, super unique. I really think the biodegradable, and the other things we just touched on, like, those were the main things that the infused machines.
Adam's got a good question. How many I can't even speak right now. I'm not even gonna try. Remediation companies or brands were at CannaCon.
Whoa. Didn't
there were some preventative, but I didn't see remediation. Like preventative for like powdery mildew and bugs, but remediation, I don't think I saw anything.
I guess we didn't go booth for booth though, so I can't say there wasn't either.
Yeah, true.
I'm not 100%. Gonna lie, there was some booths that almost looked like you were walking by a used cell phone store in New York. Like some of them had like a bunch of signs and they were like green and neon. You know what I mean? There was just like a bunch of. You remember seeing some? I'm just saying some of the booths I didn't want to stop at. I'm not trying to be rude. I just like it didn't look like innovative. It looked like salesy.
To me, those ones are all the packaging booths.
Right.
Besides the biodegradable one, because they all just had all their product out everywhere. It's just like everything. Buy. Look at it. But. I don't remember.
But actually, you know what? We should look into that. I'd love to. I mean, there was one company. There was we talked about it briefly on the episode, so you might hear more about it tomorrow. But
everyone's favorite testing company.
Yeah, we talked to Viridius, so that was interesting. And Dave straight up was like, "I'm just gonna give you a sneak peek." You tell him. Just tell him what you said.
I pretty much just talked shit to the guys since we got.
He's like, yeah, we really talk shit about you guys. We did not believe you like at all. I was like, damn, dude, first sentence hit him going hard, CannaDave. I appreciate it. Came in and swinging. I'm not gonna say his name, but he came swinging back because he was like, oh yeah. But it was honestly like I think it all ended up being like after they get through the lawsuit, we'd love to come hear their opinion because we'd love to be the people to hear their opinion. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
And honestly, oh shit, they're both up right now. Sorry about that. Remediation, I don't know.
Do you think you would see more companies, but maybe it's on the low right now?
Maybe they worded it as something else, and we just didn't understand it. I bet
just walked past it, dude. You're probably right.
It's a mix of both, man. Well, we had to be at some of the seminars, and we were meeting to the video people, and we were getting content, and we were doing interviews.
Smoking.
There's a lot of movement. We were talking to people. Well, just random people.
Yeah. Shout out Tommy. Shout out Scott. A couple guys I ran into.
Y'all. Yeah, damn right, T-Dub. We should. I'd love to get our remediation company on here. You think they would talk to us publicly?
Yeah, they have to. I mean,
about their process.
They don't have to with us, but
you know what though. But I'm saying why if we're gonna grill them with like with hey, well, you think what you do is right, and then they can. I think they really. I mean, we could try to find a company. We should.
Yeah, of course.
I never even thought about it because, I mean, to be honest, I felt like that was just going to be a super heated conversation, but so would Verdius. So after that so I mean, not heated, but it'll be a type of conversation.
I feel like for some reason we saw one at BizCon, though, in Vegas.
We may have. There was, well, you know what? There was some spraying companies. Is that right? Remediation? No, that's baking. Remediation is when they cook it.
Yeah, with the UV rays and shit. For some reason, I swear.
I just feel like I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, Penny Hearts just dropped the name Willow Industries. I'm pretty sure they were there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm almost positive, dude.
I believe you.
'Cause I'm pretty sure they had a big effing machine, and we said something about it back in the day. Back then, I'm almost positive now. So not at CannaCon, but I think
we might not know the company names. I'm just saying, like, would you really go hard on it?
No, but I would love to get their.
I feel like if you have a booth there,
because,
you'd
like,
probably be targeting the people who have a cannabis company.
Like, what happens to your food if it fails testing? Do they just throw it out, or do they remediate it, or do they do anything to it? Like,
I'm
if it
sorry,
fails,
repeat it?
like with your vegetables, they just throw it out. Like, you can't do anything with it, right? So, like, why should you even have those companies? Eventually, you should just be gone, right? I mean, if you're baking the product, how's that end good for the consumer? You know, constantly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, they're there to be there. I mean, it's good to see, I guess. I don't know. Because you were saying you might go hard on the interview because you were just saying, hey, you might.
I told you, remediation is something I don't want to buy personally, and I think they should advertise it as remediated product because I think people should know what they're buying.
100%.
But hold on, hear me out. Here's my problem. I don't necessarily think I want to get rid of remediation because once I heard the argument of a small farmer or a small grow-op losing everything they have in this grow-up and shutting down, or remediating one growing and like having to just sell it for cheaper as some lower quality bud, admit it's remediated, but just sell it as cheap bud. Because I truly think people, they say, oh, I won't buy remediated bud. If you put it on the shelves and you sell it for $5 a gram a bud, and it's like
people buy
and
it.
you remediate it well, people will still buy it.
I think you hit it right on the head right there, man. That's 100%.
We know McDonald's is poison, yet there's lines.
Oh, dude, huge lines, and their prices continue going up, man. It's not like their prices are going down. There's that burger that still hasn't decomposed, and it's been like 45 years. I don't know if it's 45 years, but
what are you talking about?
Someone like had a. Like,
I was like, whoa,
burger.
what burger? How did we get to a burger?
I don't know. I swear, I think I was reading something that someone had like a burger from McDonald's and they had it for like years, and it's still pretty much the exact same. Side note, but whatever. It's not here or there. But I want to go back to Dave Cobbs. I love Dave's comment. Give me craft grown hand trimmed flower any day. I love the hand trimmed. I just think it always looks so pretty. Hand trim, awesome, craft grown. And that's why I love micros and Class A and smaller craft batch cans. Even if you're not a Class A, but you have you're able. It's that small feel, small company feel.
It's loving the plant, man. And once it starts becoming like a plastic or a mold company where you're just putting in a product, and putting it out, right? That's not any love. That's just like capitalism at its finest. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like the
I need 12 licenses of 1,500 plants.
It just drives me nuts though, because then it just sounds so robotic. Like your company's called something generic. You know, I don't know.
I know.
And then the product's not even that good. It's usually, to me, these are the companies that have a great, like amazing packaging. Like beyond, like whoa, why would you do that? Wow. Then you open it up and it's like, hey, smell. Oh, your curing sucks. Well, maybe the bud will break up, bud. Yeah, a little bit. Oh, it's dry. Like, you know, it's just like nonstop frustration. It's like because you smack some super duper fancy packaging. And I'm not saying all fancy packaging is bad. I just see be wary.
Yeah, fancy packaging.
Be wary.
Not as hell.
Look for clean packaging.
We rate packaging and we base it on like information and things like that.
Look for them showing the product. Look for them being like non-remediated product, like flexing. Look for them showing what they have, because those are the companies that are like, here's who we are. You know, putting themselves out there, supporting this podcast.
Oh yeah, 100%.
What's up, Michelle? Dragonfly in Vega and Bangor, I think is fail flower. Right, Dragonfly Vega in Bangor. Interesting. Especially when you can't blast out impurities and make into concentrates. Oh, you can do that. Yeah, see, that's a good point. I guess you could. You could actually always turn it into solvent if you get a if it starts it's remediated, it needs to be remediated. So you remediate it, then you just throw it into solvents.
Mm-hmm. You're good to go.
Yeah, you just have to sell it as to me, I feel like you'd have to sell it close, somewhere in between trim and low bud nug because it's not as good as quality bud. But I mean, I guess I don't know. I personally don't know how good this can get. Could this be trim? I don't know. I don't know how good these machines are.
Right, you're not seeing the process.
We might have some solvent people on after CannaCon too. That one guy, remember?
Yeah.
The podcast.
Oh yeah.
He does solvents too, so that was cool.
Oh, that's where we met the Dab dude too.
I know it was Dab dudes. They were like solvent is solventless episode. I was like,
Groovy's like, can we get samples too? No, I'm kidding. He didn't ask that.
No, actually, he did then hand us some rosin, but we just talked to him for a little while.
Take that Dab.
What Dab?
What? What?
Oh, dude, that's empty, man. That's crazy.
All right, now we're gonna put that container.
This smells like a sweet cheese, and I just maybe I'm just dreaming.
It reminds me of like a skunk.
Skunk. Yeah.
Reminds me of some old
lemon skunk. What if it's lemon
some
skunk?
old skunk?
Right, I don't know. We're just dreaming.
No, it was some funk name. He told
sour
me.
Apple.
No.
Sour grape.
No.
Either way, good
I'll message
process.
him. We connected on the IG. Also, speaking of socials, if it's your first time watching, hit that like button, subscribe button. We appreciate it. We go live every Tuesday, 7:10 Eastern, and as well as Saturday, 9 a.m. Eastern. And we drop a new episode every Wednesday at 4:20 Eastern. That's on your Spotify, your Apple, wherever you listen to your music, and the videos on YouTube.
Yo.
So, appreciate the support. Do you want to do it, Deb?
Yeah, I want to do Deb.
All right, so I'll finish it.
Honestly, I mean, I don't know. I think that we pretty much talked about all. I'm pretty burnt out on saying the word innovation, automation. I loved it at first, but now it's rhymed so many times. It's ridiculous. Because it's just one of those things that it's here to stay. But I just want to talk about some of the things that we're seeing in 2022, right? Because it's going to change next year. And I'm sure we kind of talked about it last year, just not with the little rhymey name. Maybe this is just an update every 6 months, a year when we find a bunch of new products, And I think with research coming, it's going to even grow more automation, more products, more industry, right? Because it's not done.
Yeah, because the industry's in its growing stage. It's still infancy stage,
Still
it's
vegging,
not
even.
even.
I mean,
Yeah,
hasn't even gone to flowering. Sorry.
Pretty much. I mean, you still can't bank. You still have so many restrictions, and it's growing in most states where it's legal or medical. You're getting tons of sales from tax revenue. Just here in Michigan, $1 billion, not in taxes, but with sales last year, and you'll definitely eclipse $1 billion this year as well too. It's going to continue growing, and hopefully, the innovation keeps the industry well and doesn't ruin it with employees or anything like that. Less jobs, but also just helps out where it needs to be. Overall would be ideal, in my opinion. Yeah, that's all I got left on that, really. Just dab time.
That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, I just got dab.
You know where that was from? No? Oh, damn. Forrest Gump. And that's all I have to say about that.
Okay, yeah. Never mind. I'm just...
No, it's fine. It's fine, dude. No,
just
we're talking.
Right
we're smoking weed for an hour.
Yeah, no.
Delays. We recorded before this. It's been
fun. Appreciate everyone tuning in, chilling, session with us.
Yeah. Cheers. Oh, I gotta do my little ding thing. Ding. I'm sure that's not good for my camera.
One time it's just gonna fall off. It's just
a webcam, and we'll know because then we'll finally be like, I guess we got to go buy good cameras. We've been talking about that lately. I think we're gonna get an upgrade here soon. Oh God, my camera's been off all day, hasn't it?
Yeah, we might be getting an upgrade.
Whatever. Who gives a shit? I messed all this up.
Dude, you're totally good, man. We got we're gonna finish it up here in a minute, man. He's like, oh no, I'm not centered.
Hey man,
no.
Hey man, why don't you mind your own damn business? How that was on, bro?
We're an hour in. Oh no, dude. Actually, we're 2 hours in because we recorded. That's why I was a guy. That's what happens when you're working long days too. Plus day jobs, long days.
And by the way, yeah. No, actually, I won't say anything yet. I'm not gonna jinx it. Might have some cool social posts for Groovee tomorrow, so please follow me on Groovee Music. 2 E's, no I. If you're into music stuff. And also check out my CannaCast.com, please. Killer blogs. You can follow us there. Email, subscribe. We got a Patreon. We're still working on perfecting it, so mind us while we grow with it. But we do have some content there, some exclusive.
And speaking of Patreon, we might actually open up Facebook subscriptions. I think Facebook just offered that to us, so I think it's similar to Patreon. So we would just
like similar tiers, copy paste.
Yeah, would be the idea. Similar tier, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So we always appreciate it. Appreciate everyone just always tuning in and chatting it up, always commenting on our socials, or having any questions, send us messages, tagging us in anything. Always appreciate
It's
it.
a good question. If you ever have inquiries, because we've actually have done episodes based on some of our messages. Only a couple of times I think throughout the billion episodes we have out there. But no, I love that. So where someone's brought up, hey, THCO, and we talked about it on Terp Talk, or I forget, I can't remember. She messaged us way back in the day, and it sparked an episode. Either way, I can't bring up the example now, but I love the messages. We love hearing it.
100%. Reach out all the time. It's all about growing the community. That's why we do these lives, is everyone can connect, chat, talk about different genetics, talk about different deals that you've had recently. I mean, if you've encountered any deals, a lot of people know not everyone's able to have a caregiver, not everyone's able to grow their own, so they're going to the retail shops and finding other products. So it's always good to help out fellow cannabis friends, family, community. But other than that, I mean, I got nothing else unless you guys got anything else, Groovee.
No, honestly, just really appreciate it for coming in, sharing their thoughts and everything, talking about innovation and automation, because like like T-Dub just said in the comments, it's inevitable, and I mean, I almost think it's beyond inevitable. It's good. It's showing that it's like every other industry, where people can stop trying to call it something when it's not. It's like, oh, it's a drug. No, it's not. Like, cocaine money, you cut it, you make a lot of money, it kills people. Like, the cannabis is not the same, and I'm like, it's not even
you got an
close.
opioid epidemic too going
you
on.
might be, you can compare it to tobacco, because smoking use over time is bad, and sure, abuse is not as bad. And all right, fine, I'll take that. It's not comparable to heroin and all these other drugs, so deschedule it. We actually talk about Chuck Schumer's bill. We break every single point down, and I read through every single one, and I'm so proud of myself because I had no water, and I had like this much water left. And I think it made it last the whole episode. So it was
you did good. There's a lot of
either
bullet
way.
points
There's a lot of bullet points in it, and
some
of them are, I would say, generally good. A couple points that were like, like heavy points though. You know what I mean? It's almost like they're such a good person, but they murdered one person once when they were good. Like, no big deal, right? Like, no, it's still like, it was a big point. I can't remember what it was like. Oh, it gives the states the limits. And like I said, I think that's gonna be the thing that is gonna honestly help it turn, because I think that's gonna give those states that don't want it a vote to pass it. And I unfortunately think that it'd be easier to change it later than to change legislation for, like, amend that, than it would to, like, not just to get it decriminalized, like, where we need it. Like, I think that's important. So it's kind of a fight in between me, because I don't like that bullet point, but it's like,
yeah, I'm not.
I want to see it pass. So we'll see. We dig it. We dig into our whole thought process and things behind it, but I don't know. It's just, that was just our first take on it when we were really digging into it. Like, besides our quick brief read, but. It'll
be interesting. We'll see what happens. I mean, there's a lot of things that's going to go back and forth. There's definitely going to be revisions to the bill, guaranteed. And that was just the bullet points that we saw. I mean, it's like we were saying on Saturday, it's still like almost a 300-page bill, I believe. So.
Yeah, true.
And hopes are hopes, fingers crossed. We'll see. It'll be good. It could be good for the industry. Could be bad.
Right. Yeah, right. Just like innovation and automation. So.
Especially if they do revisions, especially if they do revisions and other things to it. Who knows what they're going to take in, drop out.
That's fair.
I mean, you wouldn't be able to grow in Jersey and other states where if it's legal and you can't grow now, it doesn't give you the right to grow. I mean, you would still get charged. You could still get in trouble in the state, right? Sure. So Michigan, you'd be obviously okay. You'd still be able to grow and you'd be fine. Yeah. So.
Yeah, and sorry I haven't had time to write some theme music for us. I could have played some of the unreleased music I had today, but honestly, this week's been crazy. I don't want to dig into it all. It's all a little crazy and personal, but everything's all right now, and we're here. So, and I appreciate y'all tuning in because, like, y'all know how much this means to me and CannaDave. Just being able to talk to our community and hear and feel like we're being heard and that this cannabis media and podcast and streaming matters because I feel like this conversation matters, you know.
No, it needs to be talked about. Because if not, I mean, you're just hearing about all the bad propaganda. I think I think this is what I want to talk about. I think there was a news article that was talking about the high weed right now is leading to more. Oh, damn it, dude! I just lost it. More addiction to cannabis or something like that. There was an article that I think the Blacklist was sharing, and it was about high THC.
I saw that high THC. It's fake news, but it's saying about high THC, saying that leading to higher addictions in cannabis, studies say. But it's like that's a stupid thing about studies is they can always be depending on your. I always say this, depending on your case study, and the research that's going into it, and how many variables were involved. Like it's not always like fact. You know, there's a lot of like it might just be a study. Like if you go to a place like a rich neighborhood and you take a study of like how stressed they are on their bills, I'm sure it's not going to be that crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I guess that's an extreme example, but that's my whole point. Is studies, I like to see the whole research and everything before I just go, yeah, I believe that.
I think people are just getting nervous with legalization on the corner and they're push bad propaganda out, and we're just here to bring the news and talk about it.
Exactly.
So,
I mean,
that's why we
have full-time jobs. We have this business. We work our butts off. I play music, which shout out CannaDave holding that microphone for me. If you didn't see the Instagram and Facebook post, please check it out. I played a gig on Saturday and rain pretty much screwed up gear, but off one deck and a sax, I put on a show and a mic because honestly I was beatboxing a little bit and I was like getting the crowd hype.
I was like the stick. I was like, damn, Groovy's beatbox right now. I've never seen him doing this on the stage. Just going
I'm not gonna lie to you. There was a certain energy that like I did it in a song that I collabed with a buddy, right? And we haven't ever released it because he paused his music product. But I still want to release the song. I just play it out live. But I like beatboxing, and I don't. No,
it was dope. It was dope. Because we were smoking a blunt.
I mean, I don't know if I'm making fun at it, but it was like fun to do during a set, like once, twice. So.
Sax, you killed it though. I came in. That mic.
Assistant. Yeah, man. My CannaCast going in. Got that CannaCast on those photos. So.
Give him that dub.
Anyways, yeah, we got to get out of here. So, yeah, appreciate y'all. That's, well, we're going to take off and get out of here. And as always,
here to advocate,
educate,
and inspire. Till next time, y'all. Peace.